Okay, the recording is on now. We'll start. Good evening, good morning, depending on the time zone that you are in today. I welcome you all to the 38th Tea Talk. So Tea Talk is not just about technologies, engineering, and agriculture. In last 3 years, we have seen and experienced the breadth of knowledge and the expertise of our alumni that they bring from their diverse field of professions. Each session of Tea Talk is a celebration of this richness where we learn from the boundless knowledge of our alumni that span across teaching, research, agriculture, technology, banking, artificial intelligence, geoinformatics, entrepreneurship, and even government initiatives. Today's session is a special one, not just because it is the auspicious Sunabesa of Lord Jagannath, but also we gathered today to explore ideas and to draw inspiration from a remarkable leadership journey. A journey that began in the classroom of our esteemed alma mater CAET and has reached to the highest level of academic administration. It is my honor to extend a heartfelt welcome to our distinguished speaker today, Professor Dr. Mahendra Kumar Mohanty, Vice Chancellor of Maharaja Sriram Chandra Bhanjadeo University. Dr. Mohanty's career is a shining example of how dedication to teaching, research, and innovation can shape both institutions and individuals. An alumnus of CAET, he went on to pursue his MTech from IIT Kharagpur, then PhD from IIT Delhi, specializing in bioenergy systems. Over the past 3 decades, he has contributed immensely to the agricultural engineering and renewable energy research, from biogas to biodiesel to solar hybrid dryers to energy solutions. His work has been recognized with awards such as Best Research Scientist Award from IIT and the Abel Ullman Memorial Award from the Institution of Engineers. His vision as Vice Chancellor is transforming MSCB University under the framework of National Education Policy 2020 with a focus on multidisciplinary education, digital empowerment, and inclusive growth for tribal communities. Today, he will share his reflections on his career journey and insights on leadership, perseverance, and the values that have guided his journey. On behalf of the Tea Talk Organizing Committee and all the present here, I warmly welcome Professor Dr. Mahendra Kumar Mohanty to deliver his talk. Sir, over to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to all our esteemed members. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all our respected seniors and lovable friends and always my student friends for wish me as Vice Chancellor of MSCB University and also providing me opportunity to present this tea talk. Whatever I have achieved, it's not a, big achievement, it is small achievement in my life. It is due to blessing of my ancestor as well as actually my senior as well as my uh, student friends. Whatever I achieved, whenever I joined in actually MSCB University, in my faculty forum I told whatever I achieved due to my student friends. So, is it visible now, Ganesh?
No, sir, we cannot see the screen.
Screen देखाओ नहीं?
ना
ना स्क्रीन शेयर है नहीं बोलते
Share କରିଛି ମୁଁ. Let me see. ସେପଟୁ share କରିବ କି?
ଆପଣ ପଠେଇଛନ୍ତି ସାର୍?
ହଁ ମୁଁ ପଠେଇ ଦେଇଛି.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ମୁଁ କରୁଛି, ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କରୁଛି।
କାଇଁ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଲା?
Sir, you please continue the talk. I'll share in between.
Okay. So actually, first of all, actually sowing the seeds. The academic foundation and rigorous analytical training spanning India's premier technology and agricultural institution. So, how I started my journey, just Ganesh, is it visible? Third slide.
No, sir. It's not yet visible. I'm trying to share it from my side. You can continue, sir. It will
Yeah,
take a few minutes for me.
from schooling, I just actually, I want to show the slides actually. Most important. From schooling to college, actually, journey of learning. Yeah. No, why? Let me. ନିକୁଞ୍ଜ ତାର ଅର୍ଗାନିକ ସ୍ପେକ୍ କୁ ଦେଖଉଛି।
ନମସ୍କାର ସାର୍।
ନମସ୍କାର
ଗୁଡ୍ ଇଭିନିଂ ସାର୍। ଗୁଡ୍ ଇଭିନିଂ ଏଭ୍ରିୱାନ୍।
ସେଠି ନିକୁଞ୍ଜ ଅଛି କି? ମୁଁ ତ ଭାବିଲି ମୁଁ ଦିଟା ସ୍କ୍ରିନରେ ଅଛି ବୋଲି।
ସାର୍ ନମସ୍କାର। ସଞ୍ଜୟ ସାର୍।
ନା ନମସ୍କାର। ମୋର ଭଳିଆ ଦିଶୁଛି ପୁରା ସେ ଆଉ।
ନିକୁଞ୍ଜ ବାବୁ ବହୁତ ଦିନ ପରେ ଦେଖା ହେଲା।
ଫକୀରା ଗୁଡ୍ ଇଭିନିଂ।
सर एबे शेयर ହେଇଛି ବୋଧେ ଆପଣ ओपन करंतु येटा प्रेजेंटेशन टा आपन स्क्रीन रे।
ତଳେ ଗୋଟେ ସେୟାର ବଟନ ଅଛି, ସେଟା ସାର୍ କ୍ଲିକ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି? ତଳେ ଗୋଟେ ସେୟାର ବଟନ
हां
ଅଛି।
सर से स्क्रीन शेयर ହେଇଥିଲା सरଙ୍କର।
ନା ହେଇନି।
ତଳେ ସେ ସେୟାର
ମୁଁ କରୁଛି ମୋର ଖୋଲା ଅଛି, ମୁଁ କରୁଛି।
ଏଥର ଦେଖେ ର ହେଲା।
हां सर ହେଲା
କି?
ହେଲା सर।
Okay. This is ହେଲା। So schooling to college actually journey for learning the growth. So
Mahendra,
yeah.
can you do it slide share mode? There is a slide share. Yeah. There you go.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
Now it is okay.
Okay, sir. So I have actually completed my 12th class, 11th class from Bhagavati Vidyapita Sukleswar. It is a small village. You see it's actually this place is famous for both Shakti Pitha as well as actually Devi Pitha and Shakti Pitha actually. Both Shiva Pitha and Shakti Pitha. So from that actually I have started my journey. Then I went to actually BJP College. BJP College actually I was inspired by actually one of our very famous professor, R.N. Ponda. Just recently we called him in our foundation day. He's a really genius person. So then I actually started my journey in BTech in 84 to 88. Then MTech in Farm Power and Machinery. Then research in 2002 to 2004 from IIT Delhi. Particularly my thesis was on biogas scrubbing. Scrubbing means actually removal of carbon dioxide from biogas. So now this scrubbing actually this bio-CNG has come up in a bigger scale. At that time, I am the first person who did the actual work. Recently, during actually an interview, for Vice Chancellor interview, the expert asked me, "What is your contribution to the country or state?" I told him that this was my first thesis in India. After that, people have come, but it was my first thesis. So actually, the career built impact is actually I joined in OUT in 1999 90. Then from 91 to 97, I worked in actually KVK first RRS Bhavanipatna, then KVK Kalahandi. From 97 to 2000, actually, I joined in Plastic Culture Development Center. So a multifarious actual activity. Then from 2000 to 2003, I completed my PhD from IIT Delhi. I told you. So 2004 to 2025, I started my work in CAET actually. Uh, from actually 2005, we have got a project from DST Government of India in collaboration with IIT Delhi and Orissa Forest Development Corporation. This is a consortium mode of project. So from that, actually, we started journeying in particularly in research actually. So after that, actually, I got so many projects. Uh, so I am just giving the decades of groundbreak exploration of biofuels, then second generation energy resources and agriculture systems. So these are my research handle and implemented. Uh, Almost 10, more than 10 actually, use of non-edible oil for engine fuel, then promotion of biodiesel production from non-edible oil seeds, production of Karanjo biodiesel from agricultural application, then biodiesel production and testing laboratory, a solar hybrid dryer for Kendu leaf, master plan for DPR for renewable energy and green campus, then off-grid solar power plants for ladies hostel, on-grid solar power plants in OUT buildings. Then we got a bigger project in 2016, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. We got a biofuel, second generation biofuel from, it is actually almost 5 crores project. So almost 10 people are involved in this project. Then last actually we have a project on renewable energy demonstration center for agri food chain. So we got a project. Actually, we applied a project. By that, actually, our actually name was very popular in all over India. But we didn't got the project. But it was a very good actual project uh, with United States and India team. From United States, we have Bard Holding a company, Agri Fuels a company, then Argonne National Laboratory, University of Illinois at Chicago, then electromotive diesel,
ଏଇଟା ଝାଡ଼ା ଫାଡ଼ା ପାଇଁ ବର୍ଷା ଦିନେ ଝାଡ଼ା ଫାଡ଼ା ମଧ୍ୟ ମାନିଛି ପୁରା 30 ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ତାର ଏକ୍ସପେରିଏନ୍ସ
and from India team, Indian Railways, OUAT,
ବର୍ଷା ଦିନଟା
IIT
ଦରକାର
Kanpur, and Nandan Biometrics. But we did, so actually during actually eco-friendly transition, actually spent 22 years developing custom laboratory frameworks for biodiesel testing and processing. Then we have tree-borne biofuel testing of Karanja, Simaroba, neem oil. Then another actually waste to energy in second generation bioethanol production. I am the actual one of the member of waste management in Government of India. Then we got some of the grant from DST as well as DST Government of Odisha. So these are the some of the actually just picture integrated biodiesel plant in actually first of this kind of plant installed in Odisha. Just see the actually in that particular plant we have actually demonstrated in Government of India that biodiesel from non-edible oil is feasible but economical viable, not economical viable. So that's why in 2010 Government of India stopped that biodiesel concept, and again they started in 2018 biodiesel from cooked oil. So, but it is economically not viable. Then actually, next is the system thinking of MSAB University. My main aim is actually optimizing the governance system, treating administrative workflow like dynamic gears, reducing the bureaucratic friction of yield efficient institution cycle. Then cultivating the potential, viewing the regional and tribal student as a high potential cultivar, then providing specific educational inputs for maximum output. Then igniting innovation, fostering the activity patents, R&D labs, and incubation space under NEP 2020 and PM USA mandates. Actually, our university, after I got Vice Chancellor, we got a project from PM USA, Meru project. Meru means actually multidisciplinary research institute. So a lot, actually very small university, but a lot of scopes are there. We have actually almost 25 departments, but science department, we have biotechnology, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. In computer science and computer application, we have a very good team of AI team. So a lot of work is going on. I am much interested for the development of student as well as for the faculty also. Faculties are very cooperative, and we want to actually introduce more new courses. I have already given proposal to Government of Odisha to introduce a horticulture college in our university, because that is a horticulture belt actually. Then second plan is actually, I don't know what it will possible or not, but dairy technology, which is one of the bigger by dairy actually unit was there. So we want to convert it to dairy technology in PPP mode actually. Then besides that, actually, leadership philosophy is my, before you can power a system, you must understand its fiction. True leadership is about converting raw and latent potential into active energy. So this is actually MSCB strategy directives actually. We have multidisciplinary integration, aligning MSCB with NEP 2020 standards, blending agricultural science, technical courses, and tribal studies. Then regional incubation, we want to develop an incubation center as well as startup unit there, empowering the rural local youth, launching rural technology centers and bioenergy incubation setups. Then research excellence, establishing a global academic research institute. Then encouraging the active patenting industry collaboration and DST funding. We have already actually discussed with some of the foreign university also to collaborate with us, which actually one is from Professor Chitta Barala of Alaska University, I think Alaska or something. Then our Sudhanshu Panda, then Professor Ajit Mahapatra, then Sonil Nanda from Canada. These are actually my next vision is actually I want to collaborate with these people. Then actually most important, I have taken interested for green campus development. We have already prepared for the master plan and DPR renewable energy roadmap actually. We have already studied. Then we will go for solar installation of solar in rooftop, and also the rainwater harvesting, waste management, energy audit, carbon footprint, then some of the awareness program with student and faculty, then training. Then most outcome is actually roadmap towards the carbon neutral campus. So these are actually my vision. This has an impact is actually, and you know that environmental, reducing the carbon dioxide emission, clean energy adoption, green campus development, and economically low energy cost, farmer income enhancement, employment generation, and academically some of the research publication, student training, and consultancy opportunities. Thank you very much. Actually, very short time I have prepared this. Any question? I am very much interested for questions. Whatever actually we have achieved, this is due to our friends, our student friends, and our actual seniors like that. Lot of things are that agricultural engineering has a lot of scopes. Thing is that we have to work in the out of box. When I started actually in particularly work in renewable energy, lot of people discourage me, but I don't listen to them. I'll not tell the name, but I am not I am not tell their name. But you see the situation. Similarly, I just actually I can advise my students actually little bit out of box. If they can work, they can achieve it. Work hard, but don't be bow down. Number two is life is full of hurdles. Try to jump it. Lot of things we have learned from OUT, and whatever negative things we are learning, I don't want to impose on my university. Lot of good things are we are learning that I want to impose it there itself. So I think this is what today's actually presentation. If any questions are there, I am very much interested to answer it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mahendra, one correction. Chitta is from Arizona University. I think Arizona State University. Okay,
Okay,
not
sir.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Not Alaska. He's a computer scientist.
Yeah, I know, sir.
And a professor at Arizona State University.
He's my actually BJP classmate. So
Okay. I didn't know that.
So actually, I didn't know also, sir. When I actually got the Vice Chancellor post, he phoned to me. Why don't we have to start a collaboration with you? Actually, he worked a lot for the development of IIT Bhubaneswar as well as Niger.
Frankly, Niger alma mater. What's about his own alma mater? He is not doing anything for Kharagpur. He is a BTech from Kharagpur IIT, na?
But he is from BTech Kharagpur. But he is from OUT, our BJP college from our batch.
BJP college. He was my neighbor actually.
Oh.
My brother and his brother, they are friends. We are very close family friends. But my point is, you said IIT Bhubaneswar, just curiosity.
No. For development of IIT Bhubaneswar, not is a alumni of.
Why not Kharagpur? That's what I'm saying.
IIT Kharagpur. For the development of IIT Bhubaneswar, even how the Bhubaneswar can get a IIT, he fought for that.
Acha. That's good.
His contribution is a lot.
Triple
and IIT.
Triple IT included, sir. Triple IT also he fought to bring to Bhubaneswar. Chitta, sir.
Maybe.
That's good. Actually, for us, it is good. For Odisha. अच्छा सर भाई मु गोटे क्वेश्चन ता संगे इंटरैक्ट करी होता
Ganesh Padhi is the moderator, not me.
Yes, ma'am.
Ganesh, can I now?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Acha, Mahendra sir, we have been classmates from ISC. We called that time ISC onwards. So your career, since today's topic was on the career, the trajectory obviously is very, very impressive, and that has been boomed towards the I can say second half. That too after you passed out from CAET. So very rightly the topic has been decided, and in the CAET group, that's very nice. I'm just going a bit away from just one technical question, since you are the pioneer worker on biofuel and all that. Now, there are a lot of controversies and debates in the country on E20. What is your take on that with respect to the performance of engine, or say wear and tear of vehicle engines for a long when we go for a long use?
You see, actually, ethanol is the calorific value of ethanol is little bit less compared to petrol, because E20 means actually you add 20% ethanol, 80% petrol. So automatically the mileage will be reduced little bit. Number one. Number two, it is actually ethanol is attracting the moisture from atmosphere. So you have to take care of this thing. When they will add it and they will put into the actually vehicle, these two things can be taken care of this. And actually we cannot substitute 100% petrol, but people are going in, that Brazil, they are going for E80. So why not to E20? Little bit modification of the engine is required. Government is immediately implementing this E20 in the all vehicles.
Existing vehicles, existing without with the existing
But
vehicles.
it will not affect the engine actually. You know that actually it will attract the moisture from atmosphere. So it will, if it will expose, automatically it will be attracted. Petrol. Not petrol, that ethanol.
Then there may be possibility of some wear and tear, corrosion or something.
No, automatically. So when the petrol pumps should take care of this thing. They openly thus enter into the fuel directly. Instead of that, if when proper mixing is there and it will put directly to the tank, it will not affect actually. And again, when ethanol will be collected from the industry, properly it should be moisture free, because once you open it, it will attracted the moisture.
So
That is the
these
main
things,
engine.
then we are supposed to have these things. We should let these things know the people, let the people, users, providers, the
ନାଇଁ
entire
exactly ଆପଣ ଯାହା
stakeholders all.
କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଇଟା ଅଟୋମେଟିକାଲି ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଇଏ ହଉଛି, then but you see the Brazil has E80 they are using. So this is not a actual problem is with us actually. A little bit actually awareness is required.
That's what I said. Okay. Thank you.
Mahendra.
Again, sir, namaskar.
Namaskar. You mentioned tribal youths, right? Tribal youth. We are talking about tribal youth development and other stuff. So in Odisha, according to me, the tribal culture is slowly vanishing. Okay, people are coming to the cities. They don't no longer are vested in their own environment. And the reason is because of the urban developments and more money, more luxury. They are leaving their culture and coming to the cities. Your university, as a vice chancellor, you are very poised to really bring back or nowadays with AI, to preserve at least the old civilization and cultural values. For example, language, the cultural dance forms, their agricultural practices, maybe science. Is there something that in your mind that you can do as a vice chancellor to create an environment where at least your local tribal cultures are preserved so that future generations can learn from it? What are your thoughts on that?
Actually, in first, when I got the vice chancellor post, the people asked me, "What is your future plan?" My first plan was actually, that in particular in Mayurbhanj, there are 3 tribal languages. In script is also available. Number 1 is Santali, number 2 is Mundari, number 3 is Ho. So my actually from that, I have a vision that why don't we use this language with AI? And I have already included our professors to collaborate with Santali. One of the Santali professor is also there, and I am also inviting some of the old people. They are actually know the Santali and Ho as well as Mundari, but they are also in a high position. So we want to do some one actual center of excellence in actually tribal language. I already planned for that. Let us hope for the best. I hope it will be definitely help to the people. What you actually telling that all the don't think that all these tribal people are coming to this urban area. You will see it when you visit to that place. There are people, they are not interested to come to outside from, they are staying, they want to stay in their village. Do you know that actually government of India is also planned, already planned. So there are almost in Moyurbhanj, there are 7 Ekalabya school. Ekalabya schools are exclusively for tribal people, and they have a very good facility. I visited 2-3 Ekalabya school, very good facilities. Or every day, this all the facilities are given. People are sports facilities are there. Good canteens they are there. You can visit there. You can see the places. There are problems actually. Just 3 days back, I called all the Ekalabya principals. One of the principal who actually that Ekalabya school up to sixth, it is from sixth it will class start up to 12th. So after 12th, one school has already up to 12th, other are already 8th, then next year 9th, 10th, like that. So one of the principal, he was telling, sir, after 12th, what they will do? Some of are going outside, for suppose they are getting JE or NEET, but others are just out of knowledge what they will do. So there are actually, I told them, why don't we start actually this skill development program? Then some of the students may be interested for jobs. So in that way we can do some good work. Let us hope for the best.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, just a quick follow-up is their villages need scientists and environmentalists and other stuff. So these people can be quickly trained. Their youth can be quickly trained. For example, in Alaska, we have a water tech program, so they can look after the water resources. And we bring them to the university. We train them over a 3-week, 4-week period. They get a certificate. They go back as water technicians. I'm giving this as an example, okay? They serve their communities, and they themselves open opportunities for others. Because they can't, let's say, take care of the entire region for water quality. This is one example. So what they do is they open opportunities for others. They train others in the village, and they bring them to the university, give them a technician crash course, take them back. So a university is meant to also infuse new employment opportunities. As you said, dairy tech. Dairy tech is one of the good things that can happen, for the tribal communities. There will be technical people, but or they will have the technical knowledge, but they can then utilize it for their own livelihood. Or alternate livelihood. So I'm not asking a question here. This is a suggestion. As a leader, you can think about it and ask those people what they want to do rather than us giving them instructions on what they can do is what I'm suggesting. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Sir,
sir Alaska ପାଖରେ tribal ପିଲା ଲୋକମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି?
Alaska is filled with tribal. It's a
Sir,
tribal land.
ଆପଣ sir ମୋର question ହେଲା ଯେ ମାନେ ମୋର ଗୋଟେ curiosity ହଉଛି ଆପଣ ତ ଓଡିଶାରେ tribal ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି and the tribals from your place. near Alaska. आपण कोण माने difference feel करछन? Are they smarter than our
No,
trade?
no.
No.
No. They are not
Similar.
smarter or anything. They are actually smart enough in their own environment. Okay. I cannot compare smartness index between Alaska, Odisha, this and that. That's not the point. Point is, a farmer in his own field is much more knowledgeable than me or you or anybody else. Okay.
Yes.
So they are very knowledgeable about their own affairs and other stuff. What is happening is we go and tell them what to do and what not to do, and that's the problem. Okay, we don't listen to them, just like we don't listen to farmers. We tell them go and do this kind of mechanization, that doesn't work. Okay, or do this kind of processing, that doesn't work. Okay, it depends on the size of the farmer, it's his capability, her capability, or whatever it is. So that's what I was trying to kind of infuse here is, as a leader, we have to go and listen to
नहीं
them.
सर ମୁଁ just ଜାଣିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲି ଯେ whether
Yeah,
since that is a developed country, whether
yeah.
for general public we know in the urban area and rural area, but what's about tribal, whether the similar situation is existing like that of ours, or they are bit more advanced or more modern, smarter in the sense, not in the form of knowledge, but whether they are bit
I can tell you this much. Many of the rural communities in Alaska do not have roads. The only way you can reach them is by either by from water or by air. Okay, so they actually have their own biofuel plants. They have their own how it's a food generation processes. So they're more or less self-sufficient. Hmm.
self-sufficient, yes.
More or less, yes, more or less self-sufficient. They depend on the only thing that depend on is the fuel, okay, energy from outside, mostly I would say, and medical. Another thing is medical. My wife is in the medical profession. She actually travels to the rural areas to provide them with medical, issues. My son works for a biodiesel plant like right now in Iowa, and he's a quality control officer there. So, um, and they're catering to the biodiesel program of Iowa. So, yeah, if we compare, we can't compare. I mean, they're smart enough in their own environment. But let us, we can talk Kalpana later on about
हाँ
this.
सर,
There are other
हाँ सर, sure,
other
sure.
questions. Okay.
गणेश सर ठीक है, एटा को stop sharing कर देगा, we can see each other.
Sir, Mahendra sir share କରିଛନ୍ତି sir. And for that, discussions that we had, sir, I think they say tribal means it's always indigenous knowledge. And indigenous knowledge is always location specific, and that's why
Yeah.
it cannot be compared. So going back to our talk, sir, Mahendra sir, there is one more question on ethanol in the chat box. I'll just read that out. I think it is from Siddharth. I'll read that question for you. I would like to know what is the future of ethanol? Is it effective, alternative, and sustainable solution?
No, actually, it is partly sustainable. It is required.
Okay, and a follow-up question to that is, and while this solar is better alternative or renewable energy, industry is expanding. Government is focusing more. Why did you choose biofuel in your research?
No. You see, during that time, solar was not so popular.
Yeah.
After that, actually, lot of in 2000, I think 2012 or 13, like solar has come up. First solar power plant. We are the first university in OUT who installed the solar power plant in their rooftop. We have I know that initially we have faced a lot of problem. Even in I have made I during that time, even chief secretary meeting, I attended some of the meeting. Lot of particularly in the government official, they do not want to install. Now you see everywhere people are using the solar power plant in their home, and government is giving subsidies. So it's actually depend upon the at that time, that 1 kilo, one one unit of solar power plant, sorry, uh, is costly 300 rupees for watt peak. Now the watt peak cost is 20 rupees. You see the government, When the actual use is more, automatically the application will be more. Automatically, people will use it. Yeah, a lot of scopes is there, particularly in Mayurbhanj. Still, it is not so popular. But particular rooftop people are using. Our university is actually there is no solar power plant. I want to install all the solar power plant in our university. We are actually in per month we are giving almost 8 to 10 lakhs of cost of electric consumption.
Electricity bill, yes.
Yeah, so we want to reduce it all to 1 lakh, 2 lakhs like that. So
But there is one more question on ethanol. I'm not sure from whom it is. It just has the phone detail. Very interesting discussion. What is the potential of ethanol in our state, and which state is the pioneer in this?
actually, whatever ethanol is a partly substitute of petrol. So government has giving 20% up to 20%. We have to go. So whatever petrol we are using, petrol 20% if you substitute it, we can save a lot of money. You know what is the condition of our country? We are exporting. So importing actually is very difficult. Very difficult to. So partly we can save
Okay.
our environmental as well as actually our money also.
Okay. Any other question from anyone? You can still use the chat for the question. There's one more question. Is using broken rice for ethanol
Yeah.
generation is sustainable option?
No, it is not a sustainable option, but actually, you know that one ethanol plant is already installed in Bargarh.
Yeah.
Actually, that is second generation ethanol plant from paddy straw. But paddy straw, the converting paddy straw to ethanol is a very both it's not economically viable. Technically, again, it is so government of the BPCL has installed one another plant with broken rice, because you know that Food Corporation of India lot of broken rice is available, so they convert it to ethanol.
And sir, I have a follow-up question to that. I think there is a lot of noise around the pollution that this ethanol plants creates. Is that, is there truth on that, or how is it, the pollution condition?
No. Particularly, you go to Bargarh ethanol plant, it is zero pollution,
Okay.
because actually from they are actually totally using how the suppose there are actually paddy straw they are using. Paddy straw, you know that cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin is there. So lignin is actually not converted to your ethanol. So lignin part they are removing it. They burn it, not for carbon dioxide emission. They burn it for power production. So that is a zero emission
Plant.
ethanol plant. If somebody can study it, actually, I have already given a PhD student, but I don't know he's working or not. That is a really a good PhD topic, particularly on actually life cycle analysis.
Yes. Okay. Any other question from the participants here?
So, okay, there is one more, sorry.
Yeah, there is one more in the chat box now. Is CNG and CBG both the same?
Yes, actually, CBG is actually CNG. You see, CBG, CNG, same thing. If gas is compressed, this what I am telling actually bio CNG. Bio CNG is actually from biogas. CBG is actually from petroleum, but is CBG the methane content is less compared to bio CNG. Bio CNG has methane content is almost 94%, but CNG you have almost 92, 91% like that. It is better. You know that there are 3 bio CNG plant already installed in Dhenkanal, our alumni are working on that. By Reliance, it is already installed. One is at Dhenkanal, one is at Chaudwar. Third one is maybe Bhadrak, but it has not installed. The plant of Dhenkanal is already commissioned, but they have a problem. From the beginning, I told that it is very difficult to get a raw material. What they are getting from actually from Napier grass. They are cultivating Napier grass in and around Dhenkanal and collecting it and product production of actually Napier grass to biogas and scrubbing the biogas to bio-CNG. And second plant of actually from Chaudwar, they are going from this paddy straw. They are collecting the paddy straw. Again, actually, any uh, biofuel industry, we required actually raw material. Major problem is raw material. If available of raw material in and around, then the technically it is feasible. Economically, again within 10 kilometer, if all the materials are available, then it is economical viable. Otherwise, you may face the problem. And Reliance is also same. Our Rohit Sahu was working on this. He's the head of this. Other people are 2, 3 students of our alumni who are working on this industry.
Rohit Sahu of
I have one
1999 pass
question.
out.
Yeah. He's the head of this.
So you mentioned that ethanol-based, paddy straw-based ethanol is not being economically viable. But at the same time, very recently we have inaugurated the plant at Bargarh. You also mentioned about the ethanol production from broken rice. So if this is all happening, so what about the fate of the Bargarh ethanol plant? Because as you see that because that is based on straw only.
Yeah. Actually, they want to actually economical viable. They want to do it because actually other things, other raw materials, suppose whatever byproduct they are getting, if they have this value will be increased, automatically cost will be little bit reduced. But it has future. You see, the actual cost is always a relative term. We
Yes,
today maybe
yes. It has future. Definitely
yeah.
it has future.
No, but sir, any chemical plant that will not be properly utilized for the next 6 months or so. So I think the engines will not stop, will stop working.
No, they are.
Chemical plant
That's why.
actually they have very limited life period.
Yeah, that's why if they are not closing it, they are running it. They have already started it.
They have already started, but if it is not fully utilized, then I
Yeah,
think the machines will not be having good future.
yeah. They have already started, and let us see.
Sanjay, you brought up a very interesting point, the broken rice, and Biswajit had asked that before. So when we were studying in CAET, behind the Hostel 5, where there is now road and all kinds of gulgula shops and other stuff, in front of PG Hostel, there was a fellow who was preparing chowri. In the evening, we would see a lot of fire and this and that chowli, pure chowli. Okay, and many of our CATians used to be his customer. Okay, and then Mahendra brought up Mundari tribe. Mundari tribes also they have a good preparation of chowli. Okay, these are pure ethanol we are talking about, very pure ethanol. Okay, why can't we utilize this pure tribal knowledge from the Mundari tribe or whatever other tribes are there? We had Noyan Singh Mundari who would bring chowli to the hostel. I remember that. Okay, very distinctly. Anytime he goes to the village, very pure chowli. So, what is wrong if we can utilize that knowledge? I don't know if it is cost effective or not. And this is also going to answer Kalpana Rai Guru's curiosity. is
Sir,
how
बहुत
can
curiosity, बहुत curiosity.
how can we utilize chowli?
I was not showing that because another expert actually brought up the topic on processing. Sir, ଆମେ ତ କେବେ ବି will never advise that to Biswajit sir ପଚାରିଛନ୍ତି the question. ମୁଁ ଭାବୁନି I don't think it will be sustainable for ethanol production out of broken rice because broken rice has got many other potential applications which are essentially required to feed the human race. Even not after human, there is animal race also. So production of ethanol from broken rice, I don't think because some people, a component of people from India, their livelihood is based on broken rice value addition. To the best of our knowledge, Sanjay will, I think he will also agree. So
No, sir,
development
there are
of
also recent news reports that the rice is being recycled from the millers to again to other millers from other states, then again being brought back to the ethanol plants.
ethanol.
Actually, the rice is being distributed through PDC at a subsidized price to the farmers, and ultimately
But
they get
maybe what I am thinking due to improper storage, there was a report from Uttarakhand few days back. I was going through due to improper storage, some tons of rice when they get spoiled, then they try to convert it to ethanol or whatever biofuel, fuel or whatever. But otherwise, I think the good lot systematic collection, we
You
know
see,
it very.
actually, Indian rice production is more compared to others.
That is right.
We were actually previously shortage of rice, but now it is excess production. So
Production, but for ethanol, will it be sustainable?
But Kalpana, what about wild rice? I mean, we do have wild rice. You know, in mountain in a hilly setup, we have wild rice. Okay, we also have wild other cereals. Okay, that could be utilized. For example, millets, wild millets. Okay, can those be utilized? What are their calorific value? And will those be pure ethanol that are BTU efficient for diesel or blending with petrol?
yes, sir.
That
Actually,
millets,
these are all related to cellulose and lignin interaction. So
Correct.
actually, when the paddy straw is being used, definitely the rice varieties or even the millet varieties also that can be used. But the thing is that here we are talking specifically of the broken rice, which is coming out of the rice mills.
No. I'm
broken rice, broken rice
I'm
is
kind of
starch.
generalizing it right now.
Hmm.
Can we extend this same knowledge instead of broken rice, use wild rice, wild millet that are not being
Possible,
consumed
possible.
necessarily?
These underutilized, lesser, you are talking about underutilized or lesser
Right.
utilized. Those we should always focus on that. It's my personal view that we should always focus on underutilized or lesser utilized. The component which is in high demand and usable form, there is a doubt in sustainability actually. That's what I feel.
Yeah, balunga ghaso. We have balunga ghaso, plenty. We throw those
Yeah,
away,
but
right?
sir, collection, segregation, these are all the issues actually which will affect the economics. Yes.
The government policies have to be there. The way they have.
यार गोटे एक्सपीरियंस मु कहूची कि हमरो जो जूनियर पिला किछि ढेंकानाल रे अछंती रिलायंस रो बायोफ्यूएल प्रोडक्शन यूनिट जो अछि सेमानक सहित मु कांटेक्ट करिथिले आ सालेपुर रे जेहेतु मोर इनलॉज को घर सेठी 20 एकर पाखापाखी जागारे से निजे धान करंती प्लस अलगा पाखापाखी हमें 30 एकर पाखापाखी 50 एकर वी कुड बी एबल टू प्रोवाइड पेडी स्ट्रॉज बेलर भी किना हितला जेहेतु एग्रो सर्विस सेंटर भी गोटे अच्छी तेणु हार्वेस्टर ट्रैक्टर बेलर ऑल इक्विपमेंट्स अच्छी द ओनली प्रॉब्लम इन दिस इज द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट एंड द स्टोरेज एंड ऑल्सो द डेंसिटी ऑफ द मटेरियल माने एटा जदि हमें जदि इंपैक्ट कंपैक्ट ताकू जदि न करूचे एट द सोर्स नॉट एट द फैक्ट्री ताहले इट इज इकोनॉमिकली लिटिल बिट नॉट वायबल ମାନେ ତା ପାଇଁ ଯେତିକି ଏଫର୍ଟ ଦବା, ତ ଆମେ ଫାଇନାଲି ମନା କରିଦେଲୁ ଯେ ନାଇଁ, ମାନେ ଏତେ ଏଫର୍ଟ ଦେଇକି କଲେକ୍ସନ କରିକି ଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟର ବାଲାକୁ ପଇସା ଦିଅ, ବେଲର ବାଲାକୁ ପଇସା ଦିଅ, ଚାଷୀକୁ ପଇସା ଦିଅ, ତାପରେ ଆମେ କେତେ ପଇସା ପାଇବୁ। ସୋ ଇକୋନୋମିକାଲି ଏଇଟା ଟିକେ ମାନେ ଭାଇବୁଲ ସେତେବେଳେ ହବ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏଇଟା ଡେନ୍ସ ଫର୍ମରେ ବା କମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ ଫର୍ମରେ ସୋର୍ସରୁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ହେଇକି ଯିବ। ଆଣ୍ଡ ତାପରେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ପୁଣି କାଟ ଛାଟ ଯୋଉଟା ଧରନ୍ତୁ ମଏଶ୍ଚର ମିନିମମ୍ ଏତିକି ରହିଲା ନ ରହିଲା, ଆହୁରି କ'ଣ ପ୍ୟାରାମିଟର ସବୁ ତାଙ୍କର ଅଛି, 2-3ଟା ପ୍ୟାରାମିଟର ଅଛି, ତ ସେମାନେ ଦେ ୱିଲ୍ ରିଡ୍ୟୁସ ଦ ଏଗେନ୍, ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେତିକି କ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟିଟି ପହଞ୍ଚିବ ସେଠୁ କମେଇ ଦେବେ। ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଷ୍ଟ୍ରାଟେଜି କ'ଣ, ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଡିଟେଲ୍ସରେ କଥା ହେଲି, ଯୋଉ ଆମର ସେ ଅଙ୍କିତ ବୋଲି ପିଲାଟା ଅଛି, ତାଙ୍କର ଷ୍ଟ୍ରାଟେଜି ଥିଲା ଯେ ସେମାନେ ଯୋଉଠି ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କର ହଉଛି ତାର ନିୟର ବାଇ 10 କିଲୋମିଟର ଏରିଆ ଭିତରେ କ୍ଲଷ୍ଟର ବନଉଛନ୍ତି। ତ ଏଇଟା ଯଦି ହଉଛି, ଦେ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଡେଭଲପ ଏ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସଷ୍ଟେନ୍ ଇଟ୍, ବଟ୍ ଦେ କ୍ୟାନଟ୍ ମଲ୍ଟିପ୍ଲାଏ ଇଟ୍। କାରଣ ସେ କେତେ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ବନେଇବେ? every 10 kilometer radius ଭିତରେ it is not possible for a company to set up a plant, and beyond 10 kilometer or 15 kilometer they won't get the raw material. So ଏଇ ଯୋଉ permutation combination ଟା କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଗୋଟେ making it vulnerable ଯଦି ଆମେ କହିବା।
ନାଇଁ, ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି, ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ଲାନ୍ଟା ଏକ୍ସେସ୍ ବଡ଼ କରିଦେଇଛନ୍ତି। ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ତମେ ଯାହା କହିଲ, ମାନେ ମଲ୍ଟିପୁଲ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ ହେଲେ ହିଁ ସକ୍ସେସଫୁଲ ହବ। ଆଉ ମେଜର ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଇନ୍ ବାୟୋମାସ୍ ଇଜ୍ ବାୟୋମାସ୍ collection and what you are telling, that collection is most important thing. Collection and storage, same thing actually ବରଗଡ଼ର ବି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ମାନେ ଅଛି।
Well, the whole thing is the topic was how your leadership can be effective, Mahendra, in doing all this we are talking about, and we divulged into your research more. But can you give us a final thought on how you are going to utilize your leadership, and what is your how would you encourage our current students or young generation CAETians to follow similar footsteps?
Actually, my suggestion of our CETian is little bit out of box କାମ କରନ୍ତୁ, ଆମ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ କାମ କରନ୍ତୁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ତାକୁ ରିଲେଟେଡ୍ something. We are not 100% expert in mechanical, electrical or civil, but basic thing we should learn. Suppose Nikunja Vartan, he is doing on AI. So why don't we, some of our students work in AI, and AI is very, AI, drone technology, new technology nowadays very popular. We are the fittest candidate for this, not the agriculture people. And my submission to the students is actually basic agriculture taku study karikri, how this application of engineering is in agriculture, we will be the master on that. Then we can, our faculty will be developed like anything. Otherwise we will lagging back.
And that is your suggestion for a pathway to leadership. Is that what I am understanding?
Yeah, sir. Particularly for my university, I am thinking on, actually we got actually Meru, we are a Meru university, so we want to multidisciplinary research as well as actually teaching institute. And my target is actually, maybe I always telling that, why don't we convert this university to a mini IIT?
Okay.
Well, people are
question?
slowly leaving. So Ganesh, back to you.
Yeah. No, thank you, sir. I think we are 14 minutes over the schedule, though we started few minutes late, and my sincere apologies for the initial tech challenge that we had. But what an incredible journey, sir, from Bhagwati Vidyapit to MSCV Vice Chancellorship. So thank you very much. There are a lot of things that we discussed. We started with your journey. We discussed the leadership lessons from you, and of course, it invoked a lot of discussion on your research and then going to the renewable energy and all. couple of things that I'm sure all of would, think about is, thinking out of the box and doing things out of the box. And one thing that would, stay with me, and I could relate it from the corporate field as well, the leadership lesson that you shared, sir. If you have to power a system, you must know the friction of the system. That is going to stay with me, and I'm sure with many of us. With that, I want to thank you, Professor Dr. Mahendra Mohanty, for delivering such an inspirational talk. I also want to thank the alumni community for continuously joining and supporting us. And I want to thank all the participants today. And please continue to join all these sessions. It's an excellent platform for knowledge sharing and such inspiring discussions like we had today. So with that, thank you everyone for joining today. We will come back with another interesting session, another distinguished alumni next month, same time, same day.
Thank you, Ganesh.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Honorable Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.